Sunrise.
What is going on, everyone? It has been a while since you have done one of these videos where we discuss the possibility of a particular character making it into Smash. Before we go any further though, I know I say this at the start of every video, but it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe. We do a lot of different Nintendo content on this channel. I'm going to start uploading a lot more regularly, and I am going to start doing a lot of different type of videos. And while I'm working on these bigger different videos, it is just easier to do these type of videos where I'm just literally recording audio. It's a lot easier to edit. So for the next few videos, it will be like this, but on either Saturday or Sunday, things are going to start switching up. Facecam will be back, and let's get into the video. So as you can see by the title, today we are covering Bandana Dee. He has definitely been a fan favorite for a very long time now. Lots of people seem to think he would be similar to Kirby or could work as a Kirby Echo, which makes zero sense. That's like saying Meta Knight could be a Kirby Echo. It just wouldn't work. Meta Knight has a sword. He's a completely different character to Kirby, and so is Bandana Dee. I don't know why people think that he would work as an Echo. Alright, it just doesn't make sense. But what are the chances of Bandana Dee making it in? We have 4 spaces left. Will he fill one of those spaces? I mean, it is possible. Remember, Xoai does love Kirby. He did create it. He made Kirby the last survivor and the hero in the World of Light. And honestly, I think the Kirby series as a whole isn't represented enough in terms of fighters. It is a huge series, and we only have 3 Kirby fighters. So there is definitely room for one more. And who else would fit better than Waddle Dee? So the big question: why should Bandana Dee join Smash Bros? And by the way, this isn't a video talking about any big rumor or any leak that's happened recently. If you've watched the previous videos in this series, you'll know that these videos aren't like that. They're just speculation videos just before you're expecting some big new rumor. Anyway, I have an amazing move list here, which was made by MC Bob Ommer 64 on Reddit. I will link this down in the description if you want to check it out. But they did an amazing job here showing how different he could play to Kirby. Obviously, the spear is going to be the main thing here, which makes him unique, because there aren't really any spear fighters, I don't think, in the game. I know there are maybe some characters who have it as like one move, but there aren't any fighters who primarily carry a spear. The only one I can think of who uses it is their side B, is Byleth, I think it's their side B, so it's only one move, so it doesn't really count. Anyway, I won't read through all of these, but some of the notable ones here are him using his parasol as well, so it won't just be his spear, and his spear copter move. That'll be a really awesome one. You can see that on screen here, how that would sort of work and everything. But I do like how some of these moves are based off Kirby Superstar, like DDD's Final Smash. Bandana Dee has featured in many fighting games before, so the movesets are there for him. It's not like they don't have any at all. And they could be doing a similar thing here, like with Sonic, you know, how all of his moves are based off of Sonic Fires, which is, you know, kind of controversial. I wish he did have some better moves, but if they did it with Bandana Dee, I definitely think it would work. They could use some of his moves from Kirby Fighters, Kirby Superstar, obviously the most recent Kirby Fighters 2. And then in a way, Bandana Dee could sort of represent the spin-off titles in the series, like the fighting games mainly. I don't know, just a thought. So how could they add this character? What other evidence do we have of him joining? Well, we know Xoai is aware he is a popular character. I mean, he's seen the ballots. He's acknowledged certain characters being popular on the ballots as well before, such as Gino. We spoke about that in a previous video. And we know that a 3D Kirby is most likely going to release either next year or 2022. But I have a feeling it will be revealed at least around next year. One of the developers for Kirby said that they want to make a big change for this series. We had Star Allies as sort of a celebration title, I always like to call it, for the anniversary. I know it came out a little later than the anniversary, but it feels like a sort of celebration with them adding all the characters from previous games and everything before a big change happens in the series. And the only way they could make a huge change with a platformer, in my opinion, is by making the leap to 3D. And they're going to want to promote this game because it is a huge leap for the series, okay? It's the first time they've done a proper 3D platformer. So what better way to promote this game? Add a new character to Smash Bros. Bandana Dee could, you know, I don't know, play a big part in this new game. Also, if a new Kirby character is in and he plays a big part, they may add him instead. Sure, that would be cool. But they could also add a new stage from this new game, some new music, maybe some spirits of new characters. They could do so much here. But now that we have covered some of the reasons why Waddle Dee should join the roster and the likelihood of him entering, let's do the opposite. The biggest one to me is the fact that he didn't make it in the base roster. If he was ever going to join, I feel like he would have been a base roster character. We have seen other Nintendo characters make it in before via DLC. obviously the most recent one being Min Min, and of course Byleth in Fighter Pass 1, but it is slightly different here. It's a similar scenario with characters like Dixie Kong or Funky Kong. I feel like Donkey Kong as a whole is under-repped in terms of fighters in the game, and it would be awesome to get another Donkey Kong character such as Dixie Kong or Funky Kong or even Cranky Kong, whatever. But if they were to add it via DLC, the hype just wouldn't be as high if they were added in the base roster. I mean, they have to convince people to pay extra money to buy this DLC, and a character from a huge third-party franchise such as Joker or Banjo will definitely lure more people in than a small fighter from a series which is already in the game, such as Bandana Dee for Kirby or Dixie Kong for Donkey Kong. And again, I'm not taking away the hype from these characters. I really do want Bandana Dee to join the game as well as Dixie Kong, which is why I'm making these videos. But realistically, would the hype levels be there as much as someone like Crash or Rayman, someone like that from these huge third-party franchises which aren't represented in the game in the form of a fighter yet? No, 100%. They would definitely not be more hype. People would be like, yeah, that's kind of cool, but as a DLC character, not so much. That's why maybe, again, it would only make sense if a big new Kirby 3D game was there. I mean, imagine they announced this huge new game and was like, whoa, this is amazing. This is a huge change for the franchise, and I definitely want to get this, and the game sells super well and everything. Imagine if they revealed a new fighter around that sort of time. Definitely the hype would be there then. You know, people are super hyped for a new Kirby game, and then they're like, oh, cool, a new Kirby character is in Smash. That would be the only sort of acceptable way I feel like they could add it. But then again, Smash rules, we've all learned our lesson. You know, people like to make these rules up like, oh, spirits deconfirm fighters. We all saw what happened with that. I know a lot of people were saying from the start that doesn't mean anything. I was one of those people, and people were so set saying, yes, spirits do deconfirm. But then Min Min broke that chain. I feel like the whole assist trophies deconfirm fighters rule could get broken sometime soon as well, which would be really neat. I think we've got to remember these rules we are making up are literally rules we are making up. They have nothing backing them whatsoever. The only time it is a set in stone rule is if someone from the Smash team or Sakurai says it himself, you know, like for example, only video game characters can join Smash, not anime characters, movie characters from whatever, only video game characters. So hopefully that means Waddle Dee could stand a chance, because I definitely think he deserves to be in the game. He'll be an awesome fighter. I would prefer him to be in the base roster over a DLC character, but I would still take him if he was added. I still really want this character, and Kirby definitely deserves some more representation. Anyway guys, that is about it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you want Bandana Dee to join Smash. Are you a fan of him? And also let me know what other characters you want me to cover, and I will see you all next time.
Sunrise.